Is it just me, or are men allowed to have preferences and women aren't? Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Is It Just Me or with Diary of Defi. If you haven't subscribed, darling, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Anyways, guys, today guys, we're talking about all things around the double standards when it comes to the dating preferences. I don't know, but I just feel like men can openly talk about what they want in the woman or what they want in their partner. They can talk about like the body type, they can talk about the age range, they can talk about literally anything about their preferences when it comes to their partners. And it's taken as like a personal preference, right? But if a woman is to do that, a woman is always attacked. Like a woman is always labeled as, oh, you're too picky and you will never get a right guy. You have to lower down your the list of your preferences or whatever. Or maybe you're too materialistic, or maybe you're too much in your head. You could never find that kind of a man, kind of a thing. Yeah, so if women were supposed to talk about, oh, I want to be with this type of a guy, physique wise, or even like financially wise, she's labeled in some type of a way, like gold digger, or all sorts of names, right? And I think it's so unfair. And I say this because I remembered like earlier today that this happened to me once, so it's not much of a really big deal, but I think it's 2 years ago. Not 2 years ago, I think it's a really long time ago. And this is either when I was back home in Lesotho or I was in South Africa, because it can't be in Japan because, well, in Japan, you can't really like find novels everywhere. And I know in between South Africa and Lesotho, I used to like reading novels a lot. I used to love reading novels a lot, and I find myself in the spaces where I just read novels a lot, like especially in Lesotho, right? So I remember this other time, I don't know exactly when, but I remember that I read this book and I was really excited about what I read. And I was like, you know what? If I can post it, and make like a summary of what I read. So I posted on my Instagram, and then at the end of the day, it ended up being on my Facebook, right? And I remember my last words in that story was, if a man doesn't read novels, then he's not mine. Like I can't be with or date someone who doesn't like reading novels. That was my last line. And I remember someone commenting, and I remember till today, night na comment like it was yesterday, like in Ilemaoban. So I remember feeling very uncomfortable as well, like having to reply to this person because I saw the message coming in, and the person was in the lines of, so you mean if he doesn't read novels, then um you can't date him? Isn't that like too much? That's what they said. And I remember I didn't respond to that message because I was like, okay, I was conflicted on how do I respond this message in a kind way or whatever, and also not a way to like argue with someone because I really don't want that. But at the same time, I know how much it was heavy on me because I was like, why is it that men can like literally choose what they want in women, but if a woman just chooses one thing, one specific thing, that thing is going to be judged, right? And I remember the person was like, so if the person doesn't read it, they're not good enough for you. Like, who are you? Kind of a thing, right? And I was very offended. And I was just like, it's so interesting because that's just like the simple and mediocre thing anyone can ever want in their man. He just has to read novels. But no, someone somewhere else in the world had to take that in a wrong way and judge it, right? And then I recently posted something on my reels. I love doing content, relatable content. So I did that. And this was literally supposed to be a joke. I basically compared Nigerian men and Southern African men. I remember very well because this was supposed to be funny. It was me and my mom, and we were talking about it. And my mom was like, okay, make this as your caption, whatever. Because it was funny. So my caption was, Nigerian men will cheat and lie to you, but still take care of you. But Southern African men, you will suffer for free. That was my caption, right? And oh my god, that video went viral, and people were coming for me and were saying, yeah, she's a gold digger. Kisfebe. Sfebe is a term for slut for people who don't know. Kisfebe, Sfebe. And a lot of them were very insulting because they were bringing in nasty comments that some of them I even deleted because I was just like, I don't have the energy to respond to this. But this was to be a funny joke, right? But people took it as, okay, so you don't mind if someone cheats on you as long as they take care of you, which was not what I meant by that. But say I did mean everything in that, and I was like, I want a man who takes care of me financially, right? I would still be taken as a gold digger because I said I want a man who will financially be there for me. I'm taken as what? As a gold digger. But then if a man comes off and say, I want a girl who's not poor, or because there are guys who prefer girls who are rich, right? But they will never be taken as gold diggers. If they say, oh, I want a girl who's from a rich family, they won't be taken as gold diggers. But if a girl says, I want a guy from a rich family, then they are gold diggers. And it's just so unfair. I just found it unfair because when we women set the kind of standards we want in the men we want to date or our partners, then it's judged. It's not taken as a personal preference. It's just taken as no. Where either when I was fair, or when I gold digger, or when you are materialistic, or when I'm jail, you're just, you know. If I choose to date younger guys, then I'm a pedophile. Like even if we're in ranges where we could date, and the guy is literally like 5 years younger than me, if I was to do that, I would be taken as ew. But a man can date someone who is younger and someone who is older, and it's gonna be taken as a personal preference. And if a woman does that, it's not that. Is it just me, or that's just so unfair, guys? Anyways, that's all I wanted to jibber jabber about because it's just so unfair. But anyways, Chomi, let me know what you think about this whole thing because it could be an ongoing conversation, and let me know what you think and if you've had any experiences around this topic of like the double standards when it comes to dating preferences between men and women. And yeah, Chomi, see you in the next one next week, baby. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.